Another thing I kind of think is a cop-out when it comes to uh, people trying to deter someone from giving advice or whatever is when they're like, well, do you have to, like, as if you have to be in possession of something in order to speak on it. So, for example, a child, when someone says anything about children or how they think they should be raised or whatever, just their fucking opinion, because everybody has a fucking opinion on whatever. People are always quick to, well, do you have children? Well, if you don't have children, then you can't speak on da 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 da. And it's like, no, yes, I can. Because to me, that's the same as someone who has a Lamborghini, but then there's a person who doesn't have a Lamborghini, but that person who don't have a Lamborghini knows about Lamborghinis because they're a mechanic. They study cars. So if you're having some kind of issue or some kind of problem with it, they can give you a suggestion. It's not too many people's gonna be like, well, do you have a Lamborghini? Well, then you can't tell me. I mean, unless they, but if this person is versed on cars, even though they may not have this car that you have, why would you get upset at them just because they're giving you advice or a suggestion or whatever? I don't have children, so let me back up a little bit. So there are people who own things and have things, but they didn't do the research. They are not educated. Just because you are in possession of something does not mean you're educated about it. People just have kids all fucking willy-nilly, which is why we have so many fucking off-ass adults. So clearly, most of these people don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to raising a child. Otherwise, why are so many people fucked up? I don't have a child because I learned about children. I watched other people have children. I basically informed myself as to what it is to have a child. What am I taking on when I purchase, in a sense, this item? I don't understand people that go and get shit and just don't do research on it. What sense of why? I don't understand why. That doesn't make sense. You buy a phone, you do research on it to determine as to whether or not you want that phone. It's the same thing with a kid. You do research on it to determine whether or not you're ready to have a kid. So somebody who decided they did their research and then determined I don't want to have a kid, sometimes can give you decent suggestions as to what to do with the fucking kid. You don't have to own something to know something about it. It's fucking 2022. What the fuck? That's like saying I have to have a degree to talk about, to be up on a topic. There are plenty of people who was just given a fucking degree because they already knew about the subject. They didn't go to school for it. That's what honorary degrees are. That's what the fuck that shit is. You don't have to have it in your possession to know about it. You learn it on your own.